Hello, welcome to Arsenal Studios. This is Learning English with Movies. In this video, we will be discussing one of my favorite comic book movies of all time, Batman. We'll also practice using modals in the past. If you're new here, the goal of this channel is to help intermediate English language students practice and improve their English skills by using movies as the main topic. If you like our content, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. 1989's Batman, directed by Tim Burton, is based on the DC Comics character and it stars Michael Keaton as Batman, Jack Nicholson as the Joker, and Kim Basinger as Vicky Vale. The film was a huge commercial success and helped revitalize interest in the Batman franchise, which had not seen a major motion picture adaptation since the 1960s. In the film, Bruce Wayne has to deal with the trauma of the murder of his parents, which drives him to become the dark, brooding vigilante known as Batman, who prowls the streets of Gotham City fighting crime. To prowl means to move stealthily as if searching or hunting for something. Meanwhile, the Joker, a criminal mastermind with a twisted sense of humor and a penchant for chaos, is causing mayhem in the city with his gang of thugs. Penchant means a strong inclination or liking for something or a preference. Michael Keaton's performance as Bruce Wayne and Batman is nuanced and complex, capturing the character's inner turmoil and conflict. Nuance means possessing subtle or slight differences or distinctions, characterized by a high degree of complexity or sophistication. Michael Keaton is an American actor, producer, and director who has had a long and successful career in the entertainment industry. Keaton's breakout role came in 1982 when he starred in the comedy Night Shift alongside Henry Winkler. He went on to star in a number of successful films, including Mr. Mom and Beetlejuice. He has received critical acclaim for his performances in films such as Birdman and Spotlight, and he has been nominated for several major awards, including the Academy Award for Best Actor. Jack Nicholson's portrayal of the Joker is equally memorable. Nicholson brings a manic energy to the character, and his performance is both terrifying and hilarious. He revels in the character's madness, making the Joker one of the most iconic villains in movie history. To revel means to take great pleasure or delight in something, to enjoy something immensely. Tim Burton's distinctive Gothic aesthetic is in full display, with the film's dark, moody visuals setting it apart from other superhero films of the time. Moody means subject to sudden or unpredictable changes of mood, brooding or melancholy. The design of Gotham City is particularly impressive, with its towering buildings, grimy streets, and eerie industrial vibe. Grimy means dirty or covered in dirt or grime or not clean. The film's score, composed by Danny Elfman, is also a highlight. The score captures the film's dark, brooding tone with its haunting melodies and ominous swelling strings. Ominous means giving the impression that something bad or unpleasant is about to happen or threatening. It's a perfect complement to the film's visual style and helps to create an immersive, atmospheric experience for the audience. Batman is also a classic superhero film that still holds up over 30 years after its release. It's a dark, brooding, and visually stunning movie that features strong performances from its cast, memorable characters, and a compelling storyline. Compelling means having a powerful or irresistible effect or influence, or captivating. It helped usher in a new era of superhero films, and its influence can still be felt in the genre today. To usher in means to bring about or initiate something new or significant. Tim Burton returned to direct the sequel, 1992's Batman Returns. The movie once again stars Michael Keaton as Batman, as well as Michelle Pfeiffer as Catwoman, Danny DeVito as the Penguin, and Christopher Walken as Max Schreck. Like its predecessor, Batman Returns is a dark, visually stunning film that has become a classic in the superhero genre. Stunning means extremely impressive or attractive, leaving a strong and lasting impression. The film opens with the Penguin, a deformed and monstrous man who was abandoned by his parents as a baby, rising to power in Gotham City's criminal underworld. Underworld is the criminal or illicit world of a particular society or community. The Penguin plans to kidnap and murder the city's firstborn children as revenge against the parents who abandoned him. Meanwhile, Selina Kyle, a shy and mousy secretary at Matt Shrek's department store, is transformed into the vengeful and seductive Catwoman after near-death experience. Mousy means shy, timid, or lacking in confidence, like a mouse in behavior or appearance. Michael Keaton once again delivers a nuanced performance as Bruce Wayne/Batman, with his inner conflict and moral ambiguity once again taking center stage. Michelle Pfeiffer is a standout as Catwoman, delivering a performance that is both seductive and ferocious. Ferocious means savage or aggressive in behavior or attitude, characterized by extreme intensity or violence. Danny DeVito's portrayal of the Penguin is grotesque and disturbing, but also surprisingly sympathetic, while Christopher Walken's Max Schreck is menacing and corrupt businessman. Grotesque means comically or repulsively ugly or distorted, bizarre or fantastic in appearance. Batman Returns is a visually stunning and thematically complex superhero film that is worth watching for fans of the genre. It features strong performances from its cast, impressive visuals, and a haunting score, and continues the exploration of the duality of the Batman character that made the first film so memorable. Haunting means having a powerful and lingering effect on the mind, evocative or unforgettable. Michael Keaton's return to the role of Batman has been highly anticipated by fans of the franchise. In fact, he's set to appear in The Flash, which is set to be released in June 2023. In The Flash, Keaton will reprise his role as Batman from the 1989 film. The movie is set to explore the idea of the multiverse, with the Flash traveling through different dimensions and encountering different versions of familiar characters. Keaton's Batman will be one of the alternate versions, and his appearance has sparked excitement among fans who grew up with his portrayal of the character. To spark something is to initiate it or bring it to life, often with a burst of energy or enthusiasm. Keaton was also set to appear in Batgirl, an HBO Max film. Unfortunately, the project was scrapped after principal photography was completed. Scrapped or to scrap means to abandon or cancel a plan or project. The movie was going to focus on the character of Batgirl, a young woman who becomes the protege of Batman. A protege is a person who is guided or trained by a more experienced or influential person, like a pupil or apprentice. Keaton's return to the role of Batman in The Flash has been met with enthusiasm by fans of the character. His portrayal of the Dark Knight in the 1989 film is considered by many to be one of the definitive versions of the character. His involvement in the new project has been seen as a nod to the legacy of the franchise. A nod refers to a gesture or tribute made to acknowledge, pay respect, or give credit to someone or something. Keaton's ability to bring depth and complexity to his characters, combined with his intense and unpredictable performances, will no doubt be on display in his return to the role as Batman. In order to practice your listening skills, we will take a look at a clip from a movie. Pay special attention to the key vocabulary as well as intonation and pronunciation. In this scene, the Joker and his thugs are harassing Vicky Vale at her apartment. Bruce Wayne tries to focus the Joker's attention on him by telling him about a man named Jack who was a bad seed. A bad seed refers to a person who is inherently bad or corrupt, often used to describe someone who is likely to cause trouble or engage in criminal behavior. Bruce also mentions that Jack was sloppy. Sloppy refers to something that is messy, disorganized, or poorly executed. Not only that, but he refers to Jack as a man who started to lose it. To lose it is a slang term meaning to become extremely upset or angry, or to lose control of one's emotions or behavior. Bruce tells him that Jack was crazy because he had a head full of bad wiring and that he couldn't keep it straight. Bad wiring refers to electrical wiring that is not properly installed or maintained, but in this context he refers to the wires in his brain. To keep it straight is a slang term meaning to stay focused and honest. Bruce tells him that Jack made a big mistake and as a result he had his lights knocked out. To have your lights knocked out is a slang term meaning to be knocked unconscious, typically as a result of a physical altercation or fight. Bruce taunts the Joker by telling him to get nuts. To get nuts is a slang term meaning to become angry or frustrated to the point of losing control. The Joker then shoots Bruce in the chest and tells him to never rub another man's rhubarb. To never rub another man's rhubarb is an informal way of saying not to mess with another man's woman. Before leaving, the Joker tells Vicky that his smile is just skin deep and that he's really weeping inside. Skin deep refers to something that only appears to be true or genuine on the surface, but does not reflect its true nature or value underneath. To weep means to shed tears, typically as a result of strong emotions, such as sadness, grief, or joy. Before we watch the clip, I would like to invite you to check out my online course at Thinkific. The Learning English with Movies course was designed for intermediate English language students who love movies and filmmaking. You can practice your English reading and listening skills, learn your key vocabulary and grammar, and confirm your comprehension with fun quizzes. The Learning English with Movies Kindle ebook is also available from Amazon. For more information as well as fun and useful tips and recommendations, you can follow us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Now let's get back to the video.
I know who you are. Let me tell you about this guy I know, Jack. Mean kid, bad seed, hurt people. I like him already. Yeah, you know, the problem was he got sloppy. You know, crazy. He started to lose it. He had a head full of bad wiring, I guess. Couldn't keep it straight up here. He was the kind of guy who couldn't hear the train till it was 2 feet from him. You know what happened to this guy, Jack? Well, made mistakes. And then he had us. Right shot! Now you want to get nuts! Come on! Let's get nuts.
Tell me something, my friend. You ever dance with the devil in the pale moonlight?
What?
I always ask that of all my prey. I just like the sound of it. Never rub another man's rhubarb.
Now let's practice some useful grammar structures. Modals in the past. Modals in the past are used to express that something was possible, necessary, or advisable to do in the past. Modals in the past are a useful tool for discussing what could have, should have, or might have happened in the past, and they can add nuance to our understanding of events and characters. Here's some examples of how to use modals in the past, referring to the movie Batman. Could have done. This modal is used to talk about something that was possible to do in the past but didn't happen. For example, Batman could have saved the Joker, but he chose not to. This suggests that Batman had the ability to save the Joker, but he made a deliberate decision not to. May have seen. This modal is used to express the possibility that something was seen or experienced in the past. For example, Vicky may have seen the bat signal on her way to the museum. This suggests that it is possible that Vicky saw the signal, but we're not sure. Should have done. This modal is used to express a missed opportunity or regret for not doing something that was necessary or advisable in the past. For example, Batman should have stopped the Joker before he could poison the city. This suggests that it was necessary for Batman to stop the Joker, but he failed to do so. Could have found. This modal is used to talk about something that was possible to discover in the past but wasn't discovered. For example, if Batman had investigated more thoroughly, he could have found out the Joker's plan sooner. This suggests that it was possible for Batman to uncover the Joker's plan, but he didn't put in enough effort. Thanks for watching. Have you seen Batman? What do you think of Batman Returns? Are you looking forward to seeing Michael Keaton again as Batman? Write down your thoughts in the comments below.